Welcome back. It's so exciting to be back again. Apologies for last week and not being able to be live. Say hi if you're jumping on. I'd love to see who's watching tonight. And if you're watching in replay, put hashtag replay in the comments below or hashtag late to the party. My name's Kyra and I'd like to welcome you to Thermomix. Hi Jack, how you going? Lovely. Nice to see you on here again. I hope you did learn something from last week's video. I had a fabulous time celebrating my son's graduation of Year 12. So I want to thank you for your patience and I hope you learned something from the videos. So tonight we're going to do a couple of different things. I'm quite excited about it because this is going to make life easier for you on Christmas Day. So we're going to make the pancetta wrapped apricot stuffing that we can freeze, and we're also going to do a panforte. So let's get cooking because we've got a lot to do tonight. Say hi if you're jumping on. I'd love to see who's on tonight. Oh, hi Sandra, nice to see you on here. All right, so I've just got these recipes already saved in my week. So I'm just going to bring up the first one. I'm going to pop my glasses back on so I can actually see a little better. So we'll press start cooking. And we've actually done that part. So I've got my pancetta. Well, tonight we're using bacon because, hi Andrea, hi Janine. So instead of pancetta, you can actually use prosciutto or some bacon. So I've actually used some streaky bacon and I'll show you what we've done. So I've actually lined my trays with some streaky bacon ready to go. And that's one of the steps, but you know, we'll keep going. Hi Emma, nice to see you on here. I hope you learned plenty tonight. So I've lined them and I've actually popped, like it says, it's using pancetta, but you can, like I said, you can actually just use streaky bacon or bacon rashers. Hi Tammy, or I've even done one with prosciutto that I'll show you a little bit later on. And we've done that. So we've set that aside. Now we're just going to grab some stale bread. Okay, so we're just going to pop in our 250 grams of stale bread. Now, obviously, if you are gluten intolerant, there's no reason why you can't just use gluten-free bread. Okay, so we'll pop that in there, a little bit over, and we're just going to make that into a beautiful crumb. I love that we can do stuff like this and we can make our own breadcrumbs in no time. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you on here. So for those who are just joining us, we're making first up the pancetta wrapped apricot stuffing. Now, how good is that? Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you on here too. So yeah, so this is really easy. So now it's telling me to transfer it to another bowl. So I've just got a big mixing bowl there. And I'm just going to twist those blades just to get out that little bit extra. There's a little bit stuck to the sides. Beauty. Alrighty, press next. So, I'll pop that aside. I've got some beautiful, healthy, gorgeous, curly parsley, but this is what I've got growing in my herb garden at the moment. I know Andrea's got a lot of herbs in her garden at the moment. So, some beautiful parsley. So I'm going to throw that in. And we're going to pop in some, look at the healthy size of these sage leaves, like seriously. So yeah, so 3 sage leaves. We've got 2 brown onions that we've just halved. So I'm just going to pop those in. And 2 garlic cloves. So I've prepared all that. And now we're going to pop in some unsalted butter. So I'll just get that out. Beautiful. Alrighty, next. And we're going to pop in this just extra bit of bacon that I've chopped up. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on it. Next. I'm going to chop all that up. Beautiful. And I'm just going to scrape down the sides. Let me know if you've made this before. Hi Robin, hi Meredith, how you going? Hi Megs. So we're making some beautiful stuffing for Christmas Day. Now what I love about this is that we can make this tonight and have it all ready, pop it in the freezer and then bring it out on Christmas Eve or whenever it is that you're planning to get together with family. You can actually have this done in advance, so it just saves you all that extra time. All right, so now we're going to pop the lid back on and we're going to cook that off. Chop it up again. Next, give it another scrape down the sides just to make sure that it's all at the base of your bowl. Quickly. Alrighty. So now we're going to put the lid back on again. Next. So it's going to cook now for 5 minutes. So, how good's that? So easy. So we could go on and prepare other things and that sort of thing. So, hi Meredith. Oh, there you go. Obviously, people are meeting up that know each other. That's awesome. I love this. I love the community that Thermomix brings us. Like, I have met so many incredible people over the, 630 odd machines that I've sold personally and people that I've adopted. So yeah, so welcome. So after we make this, we're actually going to move on to make Panforte. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about how great this festive flavour cookbook is. So the festive flavour cookbook is actually on Cookidoo, and you can, of course, access all the recipes. But what I love about this cookbook is, in the front, it's got all different themes of different cookings, of Christmas themes. So the Aussie Kiwi Christmas, a traditional Christmas like the European. There's a whole section on entertaining and homemade gifts. So that's really, really lovely. Little intro by Grace, the wonderful Grace. And then we have some sample menus for like Christmas lunch. So things like oysters, steamed prawns with the Asian dipping sauce. The mains and sides are pineapple and orange glazed ham, pancetta believe it or not, it's actually got this in the recipe for the Christmas lunch. Pancetta wrapped apricot stuffing roll, root vegetables with hazelnut, smashed roast potatoes with rosemary salt. Who doesn't love roasted potatoes that have been smashed with a little bit of duck fat, baked in the oven? Delicious, absolutely delicious. There's also cranberry bacon stuffing, which I've also done before, and that's great, and some caramelized onion jam gravy. And for dessert, they've got Christmas cake with brandy cream and a black forest pavlova stack, candy cane ice creams, and for a little bit afterwards, the Panforte that we're going to make a little bit later on. So there's also a dinner party menu. There's festive entertaining, so it's got lots of nibbles and things that you can just send out as like little appetizers and teasers all night. Hi Ramina, hi Donna, nice to see you on here. So yeah, so this is really, really cool, this cookbook. And then of course it's got the month of December. So it's actually gives you a bit of a heads up on what you can do in advance. So say for tomorrow, it says make your chocolate truffles for your DIY chocolate DIY chocolate truffles. Cool. And then on Sunday, you would prepare fruit and spice mixture for sparkling white sangria punch and pick up the ham and the salmon for your dinner party. So it's got some really, really great tips and handy things in the front of this cookbook. But I really do love this book and the recipes are on it. So as I said to you before, this is actually available on Cookidoo. But of course you don't get all the other information. Hi Tracy, nice to see you on here. We're making some stuffing and preparing that for Christmas Day, but we're making it tonight. So there's some beautiful salads in this cookbook. So it's not just for Christmas Day, it's for all year round for festivities. Beetroot, pear and blue cheese salad. This is actually to die for. Pumpkin and antipasto risotto salad. This peanut and soba noodle salad is a favourite. And you can also serve that in little rice paper, little tiny little wonton wrappers, and serve it as like a little appetizer, a little canapé. The Polish vegetable salad is beautiful. So there's lots of salads, lots of dips, and plum and cherry paste, pork and chicken terrine, you know, desserts. Look at that pavlova stack. So I'll often do pavlova stack every year. Cauliflower and broccoli and blue cheese gratin. Well, you don't have to have that just at Christmas. You can have that anytime. So this is a really great cookbook with loads and loads of beautiful recipes in there. I'd love to know, give me a hands up or a heart or an emoji if you saw my video last week where we made the traditional seafood sauce. It is amazing and so simple to do. Yet another recipe that you can do in advance. If you missed that, just scroll back to the videos from last week and you'll be able to see it there. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now, so as you can see that's quite warm. We're going to pop that aside just to cool down and we're going to move on with panforte. Alrighty, so just going to put that there. Give me a second. Alrighty. So I'm just going to go back to home, go back into my week. I actually need to cancel that recipe. Beautiful. Yes, we want to cancel it because we want to go into a new one. Okay, my week and panforte. If there's any Italians on here, I would love to hear. I wish we could talk and you could actually say it with your accent. All right, so we're going to preheat the oven and grease and line a cake tin. So I've just got my 20 centimeter round rose gold springform pan, and I've lined it with one of our pre-cut papers. So you can get those on the mix shop, and they're really, really handy because, you know, they fit perfectly and are really cheap. Yeah, so great to have it ready. All right, let me get some more ingredients so I can pop that aside. 1 second. We've got all these amazing ingredients. Look. Alrighty. Just a few things. Let me just move that aside. We all good? We're all... All right. So I've got some beautiful dried figs and I'm going to pop those in. Now, this particular recipe is actually from the DIY gift giving on the USA website. I didn't see whether or not it was similar to the Australian one, but I just really like looking at things that aren't on the Australian site and giving them a go. So an orange rind, some sugar, beautiful. And we're going to pop our lid on for 10 seconds and we're just going to blitz all of that. Alrighty. And we're just going to transfer that to another bowl. Look at all that sticky goodness. So that's just the oranges. It smells amazing with the figs. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just divine. I'm a bit of a sucker for anything with chocolate and orange. Give me an orange emoji if you like Jaffa chocolate. I'd love to know if you are like-minded and don't mind the Jaffa chocolate. So we'll pop all this in. Sorry, it's a bit sticky, this consistency. So it's kind of sticking to our spatula. So I'm just using the back of a knife to get it all off. Beautiful. Next. All right. All right, so now we're going to pop in some more raw sugar. And And we're going to pop in some honey. So this is some beautiful local honey from Paxton. I love using raw honey that's local to you because it's really important to do that. Not only should it be raw, but it should be local. And then that actually helps build up your immune system. And that's really important at the moment with everything going on. And also it's good for, obviously it's not going to stop you from getting sick, but it will definitely help your immune system. But it also helps with things like allergies and grass allergies and things like that. So we've popped in our honey. We're going to pop in some unsalted butter. And pop the lid on next. Alrighty. So it's going to cook that off. So while that's cooking off, I'm going to talk to you about, hi Jen, how are you? Hi Deb. Had dramas here, just arrived, so we'll catch up. Oh, awesome. So basically, I can explain to you, Deb, because there's a few people that's just come on as well. So what we've done is we've actually made part of the stuffing. So it's got things like parsley and onion and bacon, or if you follow the recipe to the T, it would be pancetta. It's got, what else has it got? A bit of butter in there, garlic. I'm just trying to think of all the other things. But yes, so we've cooked that off and we're just allowing that to cool. And that will cool while this is actually cooking. And now we're actually moving on to making the panforte. So we'll have the pancetta wrapped apricot stuffing, and we're going to do this pancetta. So for those that don't know, not pancetta, panforte, which is an Italian Christmas cake. So they're traditionally chewy and hard, and it's a dessert that they would have as a tradition in the province of Siena. So I actually went there in Tuscany twice now, and it's a beautiful part of the world. I absolutely have wonderful memories of being there, and I would love to one day go back to Italy. It's probably one of my favorite places in the world. So they consider it a holiday bread that is a hard texture. So, and it's made up of honey and nuts. So we're going to add some beautiful pistachio nuts and some hazelnuts that we've blanched. And if you're wondering how to blanch them, you can just put a heart in the comments below, and I would definitely, I'm just going to close that down for a second. I will definitely send you a link on how to do that if you're not sure, or if you want to blanch your almonds, you could do that, but we're leaving the skins on them today. And I'm using, instead of the spices that they ask you to use, I'm going to use my Christmas seasoning that we made a few weeks ago. So I told you this comes in handy. You can put it in your gingerbread, you can put it in your cakes, you can put it in custards, you can put it into alcoholic drinks. It is amazing and is so useful around Christmas. So I will probably go through most of that by the time Christmas is up. And we've also got some cocoa and some flour. So that's all the ingredients that's going into that. So you're probably wondering what you would serve this with. So this is something that you could slice into like small slithers and give it as a sweet appetizer at a party to start the night off. It could be something that you would actually serve as dessert. But in Italy, it's mostly used at the end of your Christmas meal, and you would have it with a glass of port or wine. Sometimes they even have it with beer, but it's usually with coffee or port at the end of a meal. So yeah, it's pretty flexible, and it's something that you can have on standby. So if somebody comes around and it's just come for a visit, you've got this ready to go to actually serve to them as a really nice treat, or you can have it ready for Christmas Day. It will last that long. So yeah, I hope that you found that helpful. Alrighty, Tell me in the comments below if you've actually made this recipe before, either of them. Whether you've made the pancetta wrapped apricot stuffing or the panforte. I'd love to know. Alrighty, how long we got? 5 minutes. Okay, let me see what else I can do. So, the deal. I'll talk to you now about the deal. So I'm just going to show you the link. If you know anybody that actually wants to purchase a Thermomix, the current deal at the moment is this amazing barbecue cookbook. It's not just about meats, it's got amazing salads and desserts. Oh my gosh, the chocolate pecan pie is another dessert you can do in advance. It's fabulous and it makes you look so good. Like seriously, people think you buy these things, but you make them and it's heaps cheaper and you know exactly what's got in it. It is amazing. Hi Michelle, nice to see you on here. So yeah, so it comes at the moment, the gift with purchase, when you purchase the TM6 is the barbecue cookbook, as well as a 2.6 litre thermo server. So for those that don't know what one of these is, it's like a thermos for food. They are incredible and they are very handy to have, especially on Christmas Day when all your family are coming for breakfast. You can cook everything beforehand and have them lined up on the table. That's what we do. This year we're doing Boxing Day lunch, so it will probably have some salads this year. So that's that. So what else? That's just cooking away. I know that all I've got to do is, give me 1 second. Just going to check. So this is our beautiful breadcrumbs and our filling. So this is obviously got to be mixed in with this. I'm just going to check. It's still a bit warm. We've got 3 minutes to go. I'll just give it a bit of a stir. Yeah, it's still too hot to put in. I don't want it to ruin my breadcrumbs altogether. So tell me, what's some of the recipes that you use, that you've made at Christmas? Is this your first Christmas with a Thermomix? Give me a number in the comments below how many years you've had your Thermomix for, that you've done things in it for Christmas. Are you out there? You talking to me? Awesome. I know there's some people watching, so I'd love to know if this is your first Christmas. I'd love to be able to help you to make recipes, make things easier. So I hope you found my videos after the last few days. Deb thinks she's had hers for 6. Janine's had them for a lot of years. Michelle's had hers for 8. Awesome. Michelle, I actually met in Italy. So it's interesting, Michelle, that we're actually making an Italian dish tonight. That's really cool. Meredith, hi, welcome. You've had yours for 3 years. Give me one dish that you've made in your Thermomix to celebrate Christmas with. It could be anything, a dip. It could be eggnog. It could be a cocktail. Give me one of your favorite dishes in the comments below of what you've made in your Thermomix. Thank you for interacting too. Kind of feels a bit weird when you're standing here chatting away to yourself. I'm just mixing this to try and get some of the heat out of it. Salted caramel fudge. Oh, yes, yes. I'm actually thinking you better keep your notifications on for your for this page, because I'm going to do things over the next week to help with your pantry staples. Things like making brown sugar, making condensed milk, making rice flour for your shortbread. What else? There's loads of things. So I'm actually going to do a series of videos and just jump on live at random times. So you'll be able to re-watch them. But if you pop the notifications, if you go into your settings on my page, you'll be able to actually be informed, notified when I actually am coming on live. I'd love as many of you to join me. Oh, Scottish tablet, yum, yum, fruit mince pies. Yes, we did the fruit mince the other day. I'll grab mine. It's in the fridge. Grab it. There we go. So it was this one and a smaller one that we made the other week, one of the first nights. So if you're new to Thermalish and Friday night Facebook festive lives, you will get to see how I made this really, really easily, and I've had it sitting in my fridge waiting to make my fruit mince pies. So no point in buying them. I'm going to make the pastry cases and use a few little tools from the mix shop to make it easier for you. All right, let's continue on with this recipe. So now that I've moved all that, I've got to move it back again, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to add so this is all cooked off to a sticky, beautiful smelling mess. So now they say to be quick, so we're going to pop in our nuts, our hazelnuts, and our pistachios, and our flour, and I've also got my cocoa in there as well because that was the next step. And this is where I'm going to put in, alrighty, so we've got a quarter, so that's a half, that's 3/4, so we just need a teaspoon of our beautiful Christmas spice mix. Next, we're going to pop in this fig mixture. Beautiful. And we're going to mix that all together. Beautiful. And what I need to do is get this ready. Because it's so sticky, they say you've got to act really, really fast. So they say to prepare all the ingredients in advance. And if you're wondering where to find that, that's actually, if we go into our recipe detail, and if you go all the way down to the bottom of the recipe, it actually has some hints and tips down the base of that. So that's where you find it. So I'm just going to give it, oh, it's very sticky. Good thing the Thermomix now washes itself, hey? Beautiful. Next. All right, so we're going to pop the lid back on and go again for 15 seconds. And it's just going to go in reverse mode. So it's just going to stir it up that little bit more. And I know I've got to wet my hands now, because I've got to help push it down with wet hands. Alrighty. So it says to spoon it in to the prepared pan. So I'm just going to use my spatula to get it out. And it's hard. It's not easy, just so you know. All that honey and sugar and all that. Chocolate, match made in heaven. It smells divine, can I just say? It smells divine. I'm trying to do this not so messy because I still need to make our stuffing. Oh, wow, I probably am going to have to use my hands in a second. So just bear with me. But how nice is this, just to have something you could gift this, you know, pop it in a beautiful box, or, you know, buy one of those, you know, in Woolies and Coles in the cake making section, they have the nice little silver cardboard trays that you would normally buy a cake from a cake shop in. You could pop it on one of them, dust it with some icing sugar and then gift it to somebody, you know, could be to a teacher or to a neighbour. I know Deb's very generous with her neighbours, including my cousin. So there we go. Nice and messy. All right, I'm just going to wet one hand again and just kind of push it down a bit just so that it's got a nice flat surface. When we actually go to put it on the tray or the plate, you want to, this will be the base. Okay, so you're going to upturn it onto the platter, plate, tray, whatever you want to do. Look at that. All easy. So we're going to cook that off. I'm just going to wash my hands again just so that you... Okay, so we've flattened that all off and we're going to bake that now in the oven for 35 minutes. So I'll just put a bit of detergent in this and I'll get back to that in a minute when we're all done. All right, I'm going to pop that aside and we're going to go back to our bacon and our pancetta. All right, so once we've cooked it, follow the instructions, let it cool for 30 minutes, and then you can actually invert it, that kind of thing. So now I'm going to cancel this recipe and we're going to go back to, because by this time, our seasoning. Don't you love having a Thermomix that you can just swap things out? So handy having a second or third bowl as well. So I'm just going to go back into here, start cooking, and we actually going to go down into the recipe detail, and I'm going to scroll all the way down. All right, so we've done that. Alrighty. Okay, so this is where we're up to, and you can actually hit where you were up to. So I'm just going to grab a clean bowl. We're going to pop in our apricots and our cranberries. Who doesn't love cranberries? Cranberries and pomegranate. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so now I'm just going to get a little bit of sea salt, so little sprinkle, and some pepper. Again, you could measure that if you want to, but I'm a bit of how's it going now sort of girl now. So I'm going to pop in some allspice. So it says about half a teaspoon. So again, I'm just going to have a bit of a guess. And 2 eggs. 1 second, I'm just going to grab those eggs out of the fridge. Alrighty. Beautiful. Some nice free range local eggs. I'm a huge fan. I'm trying to buy as much as I can locally. I'd love chooks, but I'm just pretty sure that my American staffy wouldn't love them. Or maybe he'd like them too much. A tablespoon of our apricot jam. So no, I haven't made the apricot jam, but again, it would be really easy to make. And I would probably just use the quick and easy berry jam recipe and replace the berries with apricot. It works every time, 17 minutes. It's the best recipe around. Now we're going to pop in our breadcrumbs that we made earlier. Whoop. Pop all them in there. And next, pop the lid in and we're just going to mix all that up. 10 seconds on reverse. You still with me? Show me some love. Give me some hearts if you're still with me, you're still watching. All right. So now it's saying to let it cool for another 15 minutes, but this is not real hot, and we have allowed the other to cool down. So what I'm going to do is bring back that other big silver bowl and pop this in. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to put all together and just make your Christmas just that little bit easier. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. That spatula's just about had it. Alright. So I'm just going to mix all this through. Alright, I might actually let it cool because it's still quite warm, but I'm going to basically show you how we do it. So we've got our foil tray, and I'm going to get half of this mixture and spoon it down the center, and then I'm going to use the foil to actually roll it over. So I'll show you what I did last night. So these would go in my freezer, just like this. That's what I plan to do. They'll go in the freezer and they will be frozen up until Christmas Day. And look at that, it's all wrapped up. I actually used prosciutto this time, and you will cook it for, I'm just going to go through, at 180 degrees. We're actually going to cook it for 40 minutes. And then slice it all up and present that to the family for Christmas. So there you go. There's our beautiful. We'll have prosciutto and some streaky bacon. One's for my family and one's for Philip's family. So I've got that all sorted and ready to go. So I'll photograph all of this at the end and pop the recipes in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found it beneficial. If there's something that you need help with, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me. I would love to help you. That's what I'm here for. It doesn't matter if you didn't buy your Thermomix from me or that, hi Joanne, how you going, lovely? It doesn't matter. I am just here to help you get the most value from your Thermomix. So join me again next Friday night, and we'll be making something else, preparing for Christmas to make it thermalicious, delicious, and so much easier for you to prepare and have some more time out on the actual day of Christmas, or the times leading up to your events. So don't forget to pop your notifications on in your settings so you don't miss any of my information to help you make Christmas easier. And if you make any of the recipes, I'd love for you just to put hashtag Thermalish in the post, just so that I know that I'm actually helping people give things a go. That's what it's about. Hi Dawn, how are you going? Yes, please watch it on replay. We've just made the pancetta wrapped apricot stuffing for Christmas. And I'm about to pop in the oven our Italian Christmas cake, Panforte. So, yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I really love doing this for you, and I hope you get some benefit from it. If you know anybody that needs help with their Thermomix, please pass my details on. I would love to be able to help them get the most value from their machine as well. So have a wonderful week. I hope to see you through the week when I'm doing my pantry staples to get you through Christmas over the next few days and the week ahead. Because why not? Why wouldn't we use our Thermomix when we can, when we've got one on our bench, rather than going and buying things like condensed milk and golden syrup and brown sugar and all of that? Why would we do that when we can do it all in our Thermomix and save ourselves lots of money? All right then, thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to join me again next Friday night, and have a wonderful week. Bye for now. Happy Thermomixing, everyone. Mwah!